You are a lowly minion in a computer game. The hero is speed running. A Reddit writing prompt. It wasn't the death or the blood that broke my will. No, as a servant of the Dark Lord, it is understood that you'll see the kind of thing that would turn a weaker man's stomach, and you make your peace with that. What finally got to me was the speed of it all and the awful, awful way he moved. Back in the early days of our Dark Dominion, it was young adventurers who came through the Black Woods. Often they would be caught by a simple fire spell or one of the many skeleton minions who roamed the lands and die horribly at their hands, but over time they grew fiercer. They learned our traps and got closer to my lord and master, each seemingly more competent than the last. It was only a matter of time until he was finally caught, and though the battle was fierce and it took many warriors, he was killed. We did not grow disheartened though, oh no, for we have a sacred mission to raise the spirits of the damned from the pit of despair, and we will succeed. His second in command took up the mask and took his master's place, and for a time, all was well again. We fought them back, and it seemed as if we had succeeded. We were wrong. They came back, now so much stronger, wiser, and more powerful, leveled up to an incredible degree with armor that shone in the moonlight, slick with blood and viscera as they laughed through our traps. Skeletal warriors were brushed aside in a single blow, and time again the great gates were blown wide open. Leader after leader fell, each time a new devotee rising up to take the master's place, but each time being struck down again. It seemed hopeless until they stopped. We heard on the wind that the heroes had found a new adventure to take, and we were seen as beaten and defeated. The insult stung, but we were happy to be left alone and made preparations to complete the ritual. At last we would be successful. Then one returned. He was not wearing armor as the others had, but ran at a huge pace through each trap, dancing past at incredible speed. We had no defense against this attack, and he exploited every gap to get through faster, to beat the master, and to steal one of the many crystals of power at the heart of the castle before leaving in triumph. At least in his speed, we could occasionally kill him with a lucky shot, but he was not finished. Oh no, he had worse planned. It was I who was on guard duty that day and saw him first. Coming out of the east, his movement erratic and terrifying. It was not until he was close that we could even see that he was hopping backwards. He made no attempt to fight, except where he had no other choice, but mostly he slipped past the guards and simply slew our lord with no mercy, each time a fraction quicker. Now we hardly ever hit him, and when we did it made no effect and indeed only seemed to make him faster at times. We were defeated, but with no way to surrender. Our evil plans were abandoned, and many among the guard were ready to down our swords, but we held out place, our numbers dwindling as we died. One by one we took the throne until at last it was my turn, and now I sit and I wait. It has been a whole day since he came, but he will return, and then I shall summon the powers of the ancients, as my brothers have before me, and try to defeat him. The call has risen on the battlements. He has been spotted and will be here soon. It takes him less than a minute to cross the marsh of despair now, and the walls are no impediment at all. I hear him coming, an awful shuffling crunch as he leaps backwards, both legs splayed forward before propelling himself at great speed on another hop. I hear the cries from outside, and I know now that it is time. I strand from the throne and feel no fear, waiting for the door to open. I have lived my life waiting for this moment, and I shall give it trying to protect the crystals. He shall not have victory while I live, however quickly that may come. I do not hear him at the door. Instead, he falls on me from above. He has learned a new way in here, and I spin to strike at him, but it is too late. I see him seize the crystal, and suddenly he is gone, and I am still alive. He has found a way to humiliate us without even killing me. This is the final indignity. It is all I can do to gesture for another crystal to be brought up before I slump into the throne of power. Today I thought I would die, but I still live. He will not let me die. He will not release me.